Beloved son, beloved daughter, I am here. I know the silence of your heart, the nights you lay weary and couldn't rest because your mind wouldn't stop, because tears wet your pillow. I saw every tear. I heard every sigh. Not one of them went unnoticed before me. You may think you're alone, that no one understands the pain you feel. But I say, I understand. I know. I know the paths you've walked and the burdens you carry. How many times have you asked yourself, does anyone really care about me? Does anyone hear me when I pray? I tell you now, I do care. I hear you. Even when you think your words don't reach beyond the ceiling, I receive them like a sweet fragrance. No prayer of yours has been in vain. No cry of yours has been lost. I have been present in every one of your pains, even if you didn't realize it. My beloved, I saw you when you felt tired of life. I saw you when you felt invisible. I saw you when responsibilities seemed greater than your strength. I saw you when bad news shook you, when loneliness hit hard, when longing for someone who had passed away made your chest ache. I saw, and more than seeing, I was with you. I held your hand, even when you didn't realize it. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with the right hand of my righteousness. Isaiah 41:10. These are not just words written in a book. They are my words to you today. I said them once and I say them now straight to your heart. Do not be afraid. Do not carry the burden alone. You have never been alone, and you never will be. I know the hidden pains, the ones you don't tell anyone. I know the questions you keep silent. I know the worry for your children, your grandchildren, your family's future. I know the anxiety that tries to steal your peace. I know the nights you stare at the ceiling asking, "What now, Lord? How will I bear it? Where will I go?" Today, I come to answer, come to me. Rest in me. I am your safe refuge. Have you ever noticed how a child runs to their father's arms when they're afraid? They don't need to explain much, they just run because they know they'll be safe there. That's what I want you to do. Run to me. Don't expect to understand all the answers. Don't expect to have all the solutions. Just come. Give me the weight that's on your shoulders. I know you've tried to be strong alone. I know you've thought, I can't fall apart because everyone depends on me. But I say, you don't have to carry the world on your shoulders. I am the one who sustains you. I am the one who holds your house together, who cares for your loved ones. I am the one who gives you breath each morning. It's not by your strength, but by mine. I am your God. How many times have you looked back and thought, if only I had done things differently? If only I had made a different decision? How many times has guilt tried to imprison you? Son, daughter, I do not call you to live in the past. I am the God of the present. I am the God who makes all things new. That which seemed lost, I can restore. That which seemed lifeless, I can revive. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Do not fear loneliness. I'm with you in the silence of your room, on the empty bench in the living room, at the table where loved ones are no longer present. I am your faithful companion. I am the one who wipes away your tears. I am the one who does not abandon you, even when everyone else is gone. How many times have you walked with a heavy heart, but kept smiling so no one would notice? I saw it. I saw the effort you made to hide the pain. I saw the courage to carry on, even when tired. And today I say, you don't need to hide anything from me. Open your heart, because I receive you exactly as you are. There's no need for masks, no need to pretend. I know you completely. I loved you before you were born. I continue to love you now. When you look to the future and fear what lies ahead, remember, I am already there. Before a new day begins, I have already prepared your steps. Before a problem arises, I already have the solution. Before the storm arises, I have already built a shelter for you. Remember my promise. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalm 23:4. No matter how dark the path seems, no matter how deep the valley, I walk with you. I don't let go of your hand. Even when everything around you seems uncertain, my presence is certain. I know there are days when you feel small in the face of life. I know there are days when you look at yourself and think you no longer have the strength. But listen, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in your weakness. When you are weak, then I make you strong. It's not up to you to be perfect. It's not up to you to never fail. It's up to you to trust. And when you trust, I come in and make the impossible happen. Remember the sea before my people. It seemed like there was no way out, like all was lost. But I opened a way where there was no way. I will do the same in your life. You look and see no way out, but I have already prepared a passage. You look and see only walls, but I am the one who tears down walls. You look and see only silence, but I am the one who speaks at the right time. Rest, son. Rest, daughter, because your days are in my hands. Your dreams are in my hands. Your family is in my hands. And my hands are safe. My hands are eternal. My hands never fail. I am here now, whispering to your heart, do not fear. Do not be discouraged. I am with you. I have never abandoned you. I will never abandon you. Even when you do not feel I am. Even when you do not hear I am. Even when you do not understand I am. I am the one who does not sleep, who does not rest, who watches over you day and night. I am your God, your Father, your friend. I am your firm rock in the midst of storms. I am the light that illuminates the darkness. I am the hope that never fades. I am the life that conquers death. Now give me everything that weighs you down. Close your eyes for a moment and speak to me in silence. Give me your worries, your pain, your fears. I receive every word, every sigh, every tear. I transform everything you place in my hands, and as you surrender, I renew you. As you rest in me, I strengthen you. As you seek me, I envelop you in my peace. A peace that does not come from the world, but from my spirit. A peace that guards your heart and mind. Feel it now. I am with you. I always have been. I always will be. And when you least expect it, you will see that what seemed impossible is already being transformed before your eyes. Beloved son, beloved daughter, listen to my voice. I know that the wind often blows hard against your life, and you feel like a small boat in the midst of a stormy sea. The waves seem to want to drown you, and fear grows within your heart. But remember, there was a day when my disciples were also in a boat, in the midst of a storm. The wind blew, the water was coming in, and they thought they were going to die. But I was there. I stood up and said, "Peace, wind, be still, sea," and all was calm. This is what I do with you today. The storm that seems to want to destroy you, I control with a single word. The wind that tries to tear away your peace, I stop with my hand. There is no stormy sea that is louder than my voice. There is no darkness so dense that it can prevent my light from shining upon you. How many times have you felt like Peter, trying to walk on water? At first, full of faith, you took firm steps, but suddenly fear took over, your eyes turned away from me, and you began to sink. How many times have anxiety, worry, or the weight of life made you feel like you were drowning? But remember, in that moment, when Peter cried out, I reached out my hand. I held him. I didn't let him get lost in the water. I do the same with you. When your heart cries out, Lord, save me, I respond immediately. I reach out and hold you. You will not drown, because I am your Savior. Have you ever felt like Martha, busy, distressed, rushing from one place to another, trying to get everything done, trying to keep up with everyone, but inside, tired and empty? Martha wanted to prepare everything, but her heart was restless. Meanwhile, Mary simply sat at my feet, and there she found rest, found peace, found life. How often have you been, Martha, worried about tomorrow, about problems, about bills, about your health, about your children? But today, I invite you to be like Mary. Come and sit at my feet. Let me calm your heart. It's not by rushing that you will find the answer, but by resting in me. I know your routine. I know the worries that occupy your mind before you even open your eyes in the morning. I know the weight you feel when thinking about the future. I know the longing that overwhelms you. I know the unanswered questions. But I say, lo, I am with you always, to the very end of the age. It's in Matthew 28:20. This means that when you wake up tired, I am there. When you get on the bus or get in the car to face another day, I am there. When you sit at the table and miss someone, I am there. When you lie alone and the silence seems to scream, I am there. Son, daughter, have you noticed how much care I take for the details of creation? The birds don't sow, they don't reap, they don't gather into barns, yet I feed them. The lilies of the field don't toil or spin, yet I clothe them with greater beauty than Solomon in all his glory. If I care for the birds and the flowers, won't I care even more for you, the work of my hands, loved even before you were born? Think of the father who holds his young child's hand as they cross the street. The child doesn't understand traffic, doesn't see the cars coming from afar, but the father knows. The father guides. The father protects. This is how I do with you. You may not see the danger, you may not understand the paths, but my hand is firm in yours, and as you trust and follow, I will lead you safely to the other side. Remember Lazarus too. For everyone, it was already too late. Death had already arrived, the stone was already rolled over the tomb, hearts were already filled with mourning. But I came and said, Lazarus, come out, and he who was dead came to life. So I do in your life. What seemed lost, I restore. What seemed finished, I raise up. What seemed impossible, I make possible. Have you ever cried alone and thought, no one sees me, no one cares? But I saw. I cared. I knew the sound of your crying, the weight of your silence, the pain no one noticed. And even when you thought you were alone, I was sitting beside you. I held your shoulder, I comforted your soul. My son, my daughter, stop now and reflect. How many times have I delivered you without you realizing it? How many times have you thought it was a coincidence, but it was actually my hand? How many times were you about to fall, but I held you up? How many times have you thought the path was over, but I opened a new door? I am the God who never stops working. I work even when you don't see it. Trust. Trust like a child trusts. Trust like the earth trusts in the rain that comes in its season. Trust like a sailor trusts that the sun will rise after the dark night, because my faithfulness is sure. My love never fails. My presence never departs. I am the one who heals deep wounds. I am the one who restores smiles. I am the one who turns tears into songs of joy. And even now, as you listen to these words, I am touching your heart. I am healing what was broken. I am bringing light where there was only shadow. Do not fear. I'm with you, do not be dismayed. I am your God. And if I am with you, nothing can destroy you. Though the waters roar, though the mountains tremble, though the world seems to crumble, you will stand firm, for I am your rock. Receive these words, keep them in your heart, and remember, nothing can separate you from my love. Not pain, not death, not anguish, not loneliness. At all times I will be with you, supporting you with my strong arm and leading you safely. And when your soul asks, Lord, will I be able to endure? I will answer, not only will you endure, but you will overcome, because I am your victory. Beloved son, beloved daughter, listen to my voice again. How many times have you carried a heavy burden alone, without realizing that I was right beside you, waiting for you to surrender it to me? How many times have you been silent in front of others, but inside you cried out for help? Today I tell you, you don't have to live like this. I am your rest, I am your safe haven, I am the one who calls you. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Have you ever stopped to think about how many unnecessary bags you carry in your soul? Guilts from the past, fears about the future, worries that haven't even happened yet. Imagine someone trying to cross a long road with a backpack full of stones. With each step, the weight increases. This has been the case with many hearts. But I say, place this backpack at my feet. You were not born to walk bent over, tired, without hope. You were born to walk in freedom. What has been stopping you from surrendering everything into my hands? What has been making you hold on tight to what hurts you, as if you were afraid to let go? Write in the comments, share what your heart desires to give to me, because often declaring is the first step to freeing yourself. I know your doubts. I know that sometimes you ask, Lord, can I trust completely? Will the Lord really take care of everything? I tell you, remember Abraham. I called him to leave his land without showing him the entire path, only with a promise. He took steps without knowing where he would end up, but he trusted. And because he trusted, I fulfilled everything I promised. I am the same God of Abraham, the same faithful God, the same one who calls you today to take steps of trust. Can you see that faith is not the absence of doubt, but the choice to trust despite doubt? How many times have you held back from trying something new because fear got the better of you? How many blessings have been left hanging at the door because you didn't dare take the first step? I tell you now, don't look at the size of the door, look at the size of the God who opens doors. What are you afraid to give to me today? What do you feel you can't let go of? Write in the comments, because I can use your testimony to encourage other hearts who are listening to this prayer along with you. Son, daughter, remember Elijah. He faced days of victory, but he also lived through days of discouragement when he wanted to hide and give up. He sat under a juniper tree and asked for death. But I sent an angel with bread and water and said, "Get up and eat, for the journey is still long." So I do with you. When you think you've finished, I come and renew your strength. When you think you can't do any more, I place before you food for the soul. How many times have you silently said, "I can't take it anymore," and yet you're here today, hearing these words? This is already a sign that I've sustained you this far. Do you realize how my hand has kept you? Do you realize that every day you've lived has been a miracle? Now, son, daughter, let me ask you, do you trust that I still have plans for your life? Do you believe that nothing is over even when it seems like the end? Share in the comments if you've ever experienced moments when you thought everything was over, but then realized I was preparing something new. Your testimony can bless lives that need this hope today. I'm the one who transforms tears into seeds. Each tear waters a future you cannot yet see. Each pain can become a testimony. Each scar can shine as a sign of victory. Can you believe that even wounds can be used to heal other hearts? I know time sometimes seems long. I know the wait seems long, but remember, Joseph spent years unjustly imprisoned, and yet each day was part of my plan. When the time came, I took him out of prison and placed him in the palace. I'm the one who changes stories in an instant. I'm the one who transforms captivity into paths of victory. And you? What are you waiting for in silence without telling anyone? What would you like me to do in due time? Leave it in the comments. Because when you write, you put faith into action. You declare before heaven and earth that you trust in me. My son, my daughter, rest now. Don't hold on to what you can't carry. I'm asking you, place it in my hands. When you surrender, I care. When you trust, I open the way. When you rest, I fight for you. Listen, I am your shepherd. I am your guide. I am your sustenance. And nothing, absolutely nothing, will be able to separate you from my love. And as you reflect on this, keep in your heart, what is impossible for you, for me, is just the beginning of a miracle. Beloved son, beloved daughter, we are here in silence before my presence. I know your heart desires to live a practical, simple, yet profound faith. I know you don't just want to hear pretty words. You want to experience real change, true peace, renewed hope. Therefore, I now lead you in clear steps so that you know how to live each day close to me, even in the midst of struggles. First, learn to start each morning with a short, sincere yet committed prayer. No need for complicated words. Just say, Lord, here I am. I place this day in your hands. Guide me, protect me, and speak to my heart. This simple act opens the doors for me to be present in every detail of your routine. Have you noticed how different your day begins when you surrender it to me? Then, take a few minutes to listen to my voice through my word. Pick up your Bible, even if you only read one verse. Meditate on it. Let it speak to you throughout the day. When worries strike, remember what you read this morning. It's like spiritual nourishment. The more you eat, the more strength you gain. Would you like to experience more peace in your heart? Then set aside a moment in your day, it could be before bed or during a break from something, to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and simply repeat, Jesus, I trust in you. Repeat until the anxiety dissolves. This isn't just an exercise, it's an act of faith. It's a spiritual rest that places you in my arms. I also want to teach you how to practically surrender your worries. When something weighs you down, write it down on a piece of paper. Place the paper before me in prayer and say, Lord, I can't carry it, but I give it to you. Then tear it up or keep it as a sign that it is no longer in your hands. Do you remember how many nights you lost sleep thinking about problems? Today I tell you, leave it in my hands. I am the one who watches over you while you sleep. Another important practice, cultivate gratitude. At the end of each day, before going to bed, remember at least 3 things for which you are grateful. Even on difficult days, there is always something. The breath of life, a gesture of kindness, the opportunity to begin again. Gratitude opens your eyes to realize that I was present in every detail. And don't forget, your faith isn't just for yourself. Pray for others too. When you intercede for someone, you become a channel of my love. This strengthens not only the person you pray for, but also your own heart. Have you ever noticed how your soul is filled with peace when you remember others in prayer? So keep this spiritual plan in your heart. Pray every day when you wake up, even if in just a few words. Read an excerpt from my word, even short, and meditate on it. Declare confidence in moments of anxiety. Jesus, I trust in you. Surrender your worries in a practical way, writing and presenting to me. Practice gratitude before sleeping. Pray for others, becoming an instrument of my love. Can you imagine how your life could change if you practice these steps? Can you feel the peace that will come to your heart, the lightness that will take over your soul? Now, son, daughter, I pray for you. May the peace that surpasses all understanding guard your mind and heart. May the Holy Spirit strengthen you in every decision. May your home be filled with my presence. May your days be marked by hope, not fear. And when discouragement tries to return, remember, I am with you. I was, I am, and I always will be. If this prayer spoke to your heart, share in the comments what you most desire to entrust to my hands today. Also, share what you've learned to practice in your faith. This may encourage many who are reading. And if you want to continue receiving edifying words, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. I am with you. Go in peace, for my love will never fail in your life.